So today's comparison, we're going to have a look at the Mizuno MX300 against the Mizuno MX200. So 300 being the slightly better players club version of the 200. You've got thinner top edge on the 300. So the 300 is thinner on the top than the 200, so it looks nicer. Both are forged. You've got a Y-Tune Pro system on the back of the 300, which puts the meat, the weight more in the middle of the club. And then on the 200, you've got the Y-Tune Pro, the Y-Tune system more out towards the toe. So enhancing the more off-centre hits, or helping with the more off-centre hits. Slightly deeper, thicker looking cavity on the 200 as well. So we've got Trackman on here today. We're going to hit a few with both clubs. I'm just going to hit a few shots with the 300 Mizuno MX300 and the Mizuno MX200. Give you guys an idea of which one might suit your game. So let's start with the 300, the Better Players Club. So when you look down there, it definitely looks nice. It's thin, it's classical, it looks pleasant to the eye. So let's give it a hit and see what readings we get with it. Okay, so that's a pretty decent shot. We've got full speed and launch angle here.
Ball speed 105.7 miles per hour. Vertical launch 15.3 degrees.
Okay, so 105 miles an hour off the face. So it's coming off the face at a nice speed, which is get a decent distance, and it's launching at 15.3 degrees. Hit that one quite nicely. Let's give it another go, the 300. Again, that's a nice hit. Straight at it. Oh, yeah.
Ball speed 106.5 miles per hour. Vertical launch 16.3 degrees.
Okay, 106 ball speed again off the face, and then a launch of 16.3 degrees, so a decent launch. Let's give it one more hit. The 300 here, it does feel nice, the 300. Again, that's a decent hit, I'll take that.
Ball speed 103.3 miles per hour. Vertical launch 15.4 degrees.
So slightly slower off the face there, but still not a bad hit. 15.4 degrees on the launch, so around 15-16 degree launch angle. Now with the 200, looking down at the thicker top edge and the slightly thicker cavity, we're going to look maybe for a slightly higher ball flight here in theory. Let's see what happens. So this is the 200, looks nice, more offset, thicker top line as well, so not as pleasant to the eye, but still looks nicer than a lot of game improvement clubs out on the market. Okay, it feels nice off the face. You've still got that forged feeling.
Ball speed 108.8 miles per hour. Vertical launch 17.0 degrees.
So a fraction more ball speed on that one. That's subject to the strike. I did hit that well. But the launch is 17 degrees, so almost 2 degrees higher with this club. So that's what you would come to expect from the 200. Let's give it another hit. Yeah, and that's nice. Feels good, the 200.
Ball speed 107.4 miles per hour. Vertical launch 18.5 degrees.
So definitely launching higher. The 200 is coming off the face higher. It's topping out higher as it travels through the air. So I do feel with the 200 I'm going to get a little bit more carry, and certainly as you go into the longer irons it's going to get up in the air a little bit more. Let's just try one more hit with it. And again, not a bad hit. Feels good. The forging feels nice still.
Ball speed 104.3 miles per hour. Vertical launch 17.5 degrees.
Okay, so it's interesting. There's slight differences in the 200 and the 300. Main difference in the 200, which is what you would expect from the bigger cavity and the thicker top edge, launches that little bit higher. Now, for some players, that little bit higher launch is going to give them a fraction more distance. The ball speed off the face between the 300 and the 200 was very similar. There was 2-3 miles an hour in it, not much. So distance-wise, for me, it's going to be similar because the 300 was launching at a nice height. Arguably, the 200 it launched fine. Maybe verging on slightly too high sometimes, but it launched nicely. So if you're the kind of golfer who needs a bit more help, looking maybe for a little bit more height at your shots, 200 is going to beat over the 300 each time. Check those two irons out, guys, and let me know how you get on.